right now.
Let's go, baby. Let's get it cracking, doggies. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Let's check the phones, and then we'll get to the main seating area. Yes, sir. It's a good day, man. It's a beautiful day. It's Sunday.
We're live.
All right, we're live. Let's play a little bit of music and then let everybody tap in. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe. Everybody, you know what to do. Yes, sir. Hoodstocks on a Sunday evening. Sunday fun day. Hope you enjoyed your football today. Hope you enjoyed your family today. Hope you feel blessed for being alive today. God is great. God is beautiful, baby. Let's go. Something to think about. On the beat. The almighty Lyric Cruz, man. The boy's a beast. Look him up on Instagram if you're trying to cop one of these beats from him. Been fucking with the boy for too long, man. That's family right there. Shout out to Henny too. That's the fam bam right there. You know that beat right there, man. I was supposed to put some lyrics to it, right? But you know what? I feel like if I put lyrics to it, I'm just gonna fuck that beat up, bro. I like hearing that beat just by itself, baby.
For sure.
It really gives you a vibe of a deep thought and, you know, meaning, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. I was feeling it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get this podcast cracking, baby. Let's pay some bills real quick. Today's pod crap. Is this a podcast or a pod crap? There's a lot of pod craps out there, dog. You know what I mean? A lot of cats are pursuing this business right here, baby.
Bro, for real.
Yeah, you know, they just need to figure out their niche and put one foot in front of the other, baby, and destroy the universe with it, doggy. Sure. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Pet Straunt. The Pet Straunt, okay? This company does gourmet dog food, bomb dog food. YG, what's homeboy's name?
Mark Chang.
Mark Chang. Damn, he might be related to Johnny. You never know, baby.
There's a lot of
Mark Chang.
A lot of dog rescue shit.
Dog rescue too. Shout out to Mark Chang, man. You can contact this company at www.thepetstraunt.com. This is some of the gourmet food right here. I personally have given it to my dogs and they freaking love it, man. But you know, you can't give, if you don't feed them on a regular basis this type of diet, man, this could potentially stray them away from the bag food, right? So, I mean, this is some, top dollar. I mean, is it expensive, bro?
Put it together with the other shit.
Oh, with the dog food. There you go. That makes sense, brother.
What is it with the hard one?
Yeah, with the hard dog food, absolutely. Shout out to Mark Chang. Okay, today's podcast is also brought to you by Nicholas Rosenberg. He's a certified specialist in criminal law. Attorney Rosenberg is based in downtown Los Angeles. Rosenberg specializes in defending all strike offenses, firearm and gang allegations, sales of controlled substances. For the latest updates, go to Attorney Rosenberg at Attorney Rosenberg on Instagram and TikTok. Attorney Rosenberg is punching back on criminal cases. Peep game. Rosenberg, when I first had him first year of Hoodstocks, my boys were getting at me and said, hey, dog, that dude helped me out of the gun case. This, that, whoa, whoa, whoa. Check it out. I hear from the streets the dude is legit. Thank God that I ain't ever got to hire the dude myself because I'm living the right way. But for those that are still, trying to figure life out, and you got to cross that bridge, give the dude a try. He's a sponsor of this podcast, you know what I mean? And until I hear him truck a case, then we got to let him go as a sponsor, right? You know what I mean? Today's podcast is also brought to you by Micro Soul Mushroom Booster. Lift the fog, come back into the light. If you're having difficulty from day to day trying to focus on simple tasks and bigger projects, let the Micro Soul Mushroom Booster. Come and save you, baby. Our booster is powered by lion's mane and 5 other mushrooms. Take a few drops for clarity, take a few more for harmony, take even more, and you're on the way to remodeling your brain's wiring, baby. Yes, sir. Make sure to read and follow the recommended dosages on the bottle. This functional mushroom tincture can be safely stacked to your microdosing regimen for a precision boost. I've been taking this, it's a bottle, and it's in a liquid form, and it's just drops. You know what I mean? You just put it underneath your tongue. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like it's been helping me. You know? Clarity. You know, dude, the power in mushrooms, man. You know, we need to start the pharmaceutical world that is governed by the government, right? Getting the kickback billion-dollar business. They don't want companies and mushrooms, psychedelics. This is not a psychedelic. This is just a straight mushroom, 6 mushrooms, right? They don't want these people coming up. Why? Because it's gonna take from them pockets, baby. But right now, you can use Hood25, get yourself 25% off. Go to www.canacomforts.com and get yourself some, baby. You know what I mean? I know a lot of cats that have had drug abuse, mental health issues. You know, there's dudes out there that are getting beat by their lady right now. You know what I mean? And what does that cause? That causes trauma. And what do you need? You need to get away from that bitch, and you need to get yourself some of this mushroom tincture, you know what I mean, and remodel your shit and try to find yourself a good girl, dog. I don't know if there's any more out there. Johnny, is there any more out there?
In church, bro.
In church, baby. There you go, dog. It's that little sexy church girl. Hi, hi, hi. I can't go to church, dog, so I start barking in the middle of a prayer, dog. Little innocent ass church girl, you know what I mean? You just hear, like, what the, who let the, no, I'm just playing. Check it out. Oh, let's go. No more bullshitting, man. I am thoroughly excited about this guest. This evening guest is the MVP for 2022 of the Hoodstock Street Survival League. That's what I call it, the Hoodstocks Street Survival League. You know what I mean? Because we all just trying to survive in this jungle, baby. And this man right here, this man now fights his battles with the power of prayer and acts of righteousness.
Amen.
Amen to that, right? Everybody give it up for the great Johnny Chang.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure. Thank you again, dog. Shout out to Hoodstocks and everybody. Thank you guys for having me again.
Absolutely, dog. Well, shoot, not only are we having you again, but we crowning you for 2022 Hoodstocks. You know, we're giving you the crown, bro. You know, and also too, we're giving you a show on the platform, bro. Yeah. So you can keep spreading your word, so you don't have to freaking go over to these boo-boo ass other platforms, bro, that are infiltrating the community, bro.
For sure.
You know, freaking little white nerdy dudes. Hey, come over here. You know what I mean? We worry about you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, they fucking numbers. You know what I mean? Fucking nutting on themselves. You know what I mean? You know. Freaking dirty bastards, dog. There's a lot of weirdos in this YouTube universe, bro, that I'm just like, whoa, you know what I mean? Yeah. It sucks, bro. And I know, excuse my rhetoric, brother. I know you know, I mean, you're a church brother, you know, but this part of me will never change. But sometimes I feel bad talking like this in front of a brother that's, you know what I mean, that lives a different way now.
It's all good, bro. We're family, bro.
Thank you, dog.
That's the good thing. You could be yourself, and that's what it is. Nobody can change that.
Let's go, baby. That's why he's back. Your family, dog. You accept family, right?
100%, bro. We scuffle, we fight, but at the end of the day, we can't stop being brothers. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Amen. There you go, baby. We used to do the amens here all the time. We're like, this is the house of the unholy. Can I get an amen? Amen. The frequencies and the energy levels always have to be high right here, dog. Sure. They have to be high. I mean, you don't have to be high to have high frequencies, correct?
100%.
And you are 100% sober, bro. Yeah. And your frequency is off the charts, baby.
Exactly. I may look high, but that's just how I'm born, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My G. Oh, shit. Okay. We got the comedy coming up next, baby. I mean, this is the beginning of his stand-up. Hi, I'm Johnny Chang. Fuck you, motherfucker. Hell yeah, that'd be tight, bro. So let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. I believe the last time you were here was like 5-6 months ago.
Yeah.
Does that sound about correct?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. And so let's talk about that, bro. Because I like to talk about cats like yourself, bro. The impact that after leaving a platform and just like knocking it out of the park, baby. You know what I mean? Like just having an unbelievable freaking championship game. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, and that's just like. I didn't know that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen because you know who you are, and we got to know who you are, that podcast. But what kind of feedback did you get from them?
You know, bro, it's all positive, man. Shout out to Hoodstocks, too, the family, like, just you guys in general, all of the supporters, man. It's all love. I haven't had anything negative, bro. I have no BS, like, over 300 DMs, bro, from that alone, and that was crazy. The numbers were doing real well, but I was thankful because... like you said, you know, I didn't know. None of us knew. We just came here, shared our story, and at the end of the day, it was like it was a positive thing. And I think positive energy and putting that energy out in the world is always better than doing negative things, you know, and that was proof right then and there.
I think it has, yeah, absolutely. I think it has longer shelf life, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, bro, I'm looking at this, and I'm not going to say this to bash other channels, bro, but I'll say this, bro. Now, this world that we live in this podcast universe, everybody talks about the hot topic, you know? Like, I go across channels and I'm looking at it and they're just like, they're promoting like a lot of nonsense, bro. Like a lot of unhealthy stuff that sometimes you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I watch some of them. I get caught up in some of them. But but if you take a step back and you look at it from a new set of lenses, like I got on right now, baby. Yes, sir. I hope you guys like the new look. You know, that was my segue to the Gaffas on me. You know what I mean? You know, got the Versace's on, baby. You know, you know.
G.
Fucking when you take a step back and you look at what's going on, bro, it's almost like, whoa, bro, like this what's this bullshit that these guys are talking about and promoting and arguments and fights and this and that. I get it. That sells, bro. But no how, no way, bro, am I ever going to go down that lane, bro. I want to give, like, as silly as I am at times, bro, you know what I mean? I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I know that, dog. Do I want to be sharper? Of course, bro. Am I trying to elevate myself and educate myself to be better than I was yesterday? Fuck yeah, dog. Why? Not only for my family, but my audience, dog. I can't be a fucking dumbass for, like, I gotta evolve as a dude. They gotta see, these dudes gotta witness it and be like, hey, damn, this dude Lucky's getting better, or he's getting sharper, or the message is getting, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I have a responsibility, brother.
For sure.
I have a responsibility, dog, to, you know, and sometimes I don't get that right, bro. But at the end of the day, I know my heart's in the right place and I'm trying to get it right, you know? And so I see all this shit and these YouTube channels blow up overnight, bro, off of straight porta potty shit. You feel me?
For real.
You know? And people are suckers for that shit. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna take the high road, which sometimes you take the high road, which is the longer path, right? But it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay, bro. Sure. Because I know that I'm contributing, us as Hoodstocks family, and when I say us, I'm the men in this room right here. Big shout out to Droops, big shout out to Preston, big shout out to YG, big shout out to Frankie, and all the guests, bro, that have given me their time, bro, to sit across the table and have a conversation. I believe even if it's a bad interview, or maybe the message is not the correct message, but I still feel that the audience is smart enough to see the message in between the lines, right?
Yes.
You know, the lesson in between the lines.
Yeah, bro. It's all about heart. You know, like you can see the heart in everything. You know what I mean? And everything starts from the heart. Happiness, everything comes from the heart. So if you do it from the heart, you can't go wrong, bro. That's just how it goes. And that's the thing about Hoodstocks. With you and us here, we share everything raw from the heart, bro.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you, doggy. Thank you, man. You know, when you have men like this come into this room and give you give us their time, your time. I mean, that's a blessing by itself, and I cherish these sit downs, these conversations, bro. I really do, bro. I value them because they're always so fruitful to me, and they help me, bro. These conversations have been so amazing to my growth, brother. You know what I mean? So amazing to my growth because you're constantly reflecting.
Yeah, bro. It's bouncing back, and it's kind of like, I use analogy of like let's say this water, if I pour the water and I leave it, let's say uncapped, right? Then it's gonna sit there over a day or two. It's gonna taste nasty, even though it's sparklets, which is good, right? But the best tasting water is the water that flows in the river, right? So likewise, when we have conversation, our hearts are flowing, and we're able to actually like be pure about it. And it doesn't stay stagnant. So we bounce ideas, we bounce everything, and then we start to open up, and it's a positive vibe all the time, bro. So that's how we do it,
Damn, bro. Freaking Bruce Lee reincarnated, baby. You know what I mean? Water.
Be like water.
Yeah.
That's an energy though.
Let's settle it down over there, Manji. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do it how you want to do it, bro. You know what I mean? I know we talked about, would you like to share what's transpired in your life since the podcast so we can catch up?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, so what have you been on?
So I just been going more to the prisons, we go to like Lancaster, CRC Norco, places like that to kind of give hope to people. We all been through the streets, man. Everyone here has at least had some family. Everyone viewing probably has somebody who's been through depression and sadness and loneliness, right? So when I went to these prisons, those are the people that the world has pretty much threw away, So when I go there and I see these people who are helpless, I see a lot of myself in them, because we were all there at one point, you know what I'm saying? Going from YA to, prison and all that. I experienced that. So when I was able to kind of like share my story here, it gave me the motivation to share it with other people too, more so in the prisons. And I kind of always think about like hood stocks, bro. It kind of like set a tone for me, which is kind of crazy,
So when you go into these prisons, brother, I mean, I'm not gonna ask the details of what prisons and this and that, but let's say you're gonna, like, how are you getting into these prisons, and what is the process of getting to the prison, and then what is your step forward into interacting with these cats that are doing time, bro, and what is their reaction with you as well? You know what I mean? Can you kind of walk us through that, bro?
Yeah, for sure. So, when you get into the prisons, you gotta have you gotta know people, right? You gotta know the wardens. We usually go through I go through this thing called CLF, which is Christian Leaders Fellowship. They have it good with the wardens and CDC in general. So we get in there, we share our testimonies, and then we have like a 16-week class, right? So after 16 weeks, they could get anywhere from 100 to 180 days off their sentence if they complete the class. So it kind of motivates them. They got a lot of these people are lifers. They got all day. So they sign up for the class, and then they see people like us, and a lot of it's really just me who looks like me, all tatted down and been through it. A lot of the other people that come with us, they're kind of square people. They dress nice, and they have a clean cut, no tattoos. So when I walk in there, they kind of peep me out more. You know what I mean? Are these other individuals ex-lifers or ex-convicts as well? Are you the only one going in with these people? I'm actually the only one that's going in there.
Okay, so they're sizing you up for a reason.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But the amazing thing is when they see and they hear the message, it's all love. Prior to contrary belief, people think that prisoners are all rough and tough, and actually they're the most respectful people. We know that. You know what I mean? And when we go in there, it's they hear me out, but they're kind of still weary. Who is this guy? We have Muslims, we have Buddhists in our classes too. They just sign up, even though they know it's a Christian themed class. They just do it to pass time or get good time. But after hearing the testimony, when I talk about that emptiness and the sadness that we felt, that everybody feels, they might not show it because they're on the yard because of the politics, but they feel it. So when I talk about it, and then we're able to kind of set a tone where we can be open about that, it changes, bro. It changes the dynamic of people, and they open up, and now it's I've been helping a lot of inmates with that, so.
Absolutely, brother. Yes, salute to you on that, bro. Let's get a round of applause for that right there. There's a lot of individuals. Let's be real about it. There's a lot of individuals that get out from that system, if they're an ex-lifer, if they were a lifer, or if they just done a stretch, or they've been in and out of the system like myself. that once they get out those gates, they want to get as far away from those gates as possible.
Yeah.
And I get that. Not everybody has been put in position for a purpose greater than just catching parole, getting a union job, starting a family, and putting that life as far back away from them as possible.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody's made like that to go back into the system and said, you know what, I'm not going to leave these men behind. Right. You know, and one thing I mean, it's your calling. Would you consider your calling?
100%, bro.
It's your calling because there's callings and there's passions.
Right.
Would this be a calling and a passion for you?
I would say it's both.
It's both.
Yeah, and I'll keep it real. You know, I know it's a calling because I didn't want to do it. That's how I know it. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. You know, people going in prison, they don't understand that you don't want to look vulnerable. You don't want to look weak. So if I'm going back in there trying to, you know, I may know some of the homies, you know, when they see me.
Yeah.
And I'm all talking about church. And I have thoughts, too, that tell me, hey, man, your homies know you. You know, like some of my homies have said, like, damn, bro, if you're righteous, we're righteous, homie. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we know what you did. But I had a lot of those thoughts, and I didn't want to. But when I followed the voice of church, when I followed my pastor, he was like, what Satan intended for evil, God intended for good. So your life, it looked like a curse, but you can utilize that for good. And when I went back in, I just followed what he said. I didn't feel like it, but being real. But when I did, I saw people opening up. I saw how God was working. And then that's when I was able to see, man, this is my calling. You know, it's not like I wanted to do something. You know, it was, God was like, oh, you think you're gonna do it? He has the final say. So now I'm doing this full time, and I'm very thankful about that. It sustains me, actually.
It sustains you spiritually, and I would say that financially it's doing this thing for you as well.
Yeah, 100%.
That's dope. And I hate to bring that in, but at the end of the day, like people like you still got to survive, bro. You 100%. Got bills to pay, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You got bills to pay, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think that cats like you that are doing such a service to the community, brother, you know what I mean? They should be, their pay scale should be just astronomical, right? It should be union, journeyman, and above type of pay scale, you know?
Yeah.
Because, bro, it's an unbelievable act of selflessness, right? Sure. You know, and for a person to actually do what you're doing, bro, like, you gotta really be about that life. I mean, you're off of parole, right?
Yeah.
You got no strings attached?
Right.
Like, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Like, you don't got no obligations. You ain't got a tail on you. You ain't got to worry about, like, oh, if I don't go and talk to these dudes about some righteous stuff, they're gonna violate my parole. Right. You doing it out of what you righteous. Like, there is righteous people in this world, and this dude Johnny Chang is one of them, baby. He's one of them, dog.
Thank you.
Bro,
amen, bro.
You one of them, baby.
Thank you, bro.
And I seen that from the beginning, bro, because I sit across so many different freaking animals, and you're an animal too, but you're just a different type of animal, bro. You know what I mean? We're all animals in this jungle, bro.
Yeah.
Some are fruitful, some are just treacherous, dog. You know? And you are just you amazing dude. But I felt that when the first time I sat with you, I was just like, whoa, this dude is the truth. You're the only dude that ever got me up out of my seat, dog, when you told me about when you talked to your pops and this and that and pop, and I was like, God damn it, I gotta go. Yeah. You know? You really effed me up, bro. You know what I mean? And I, such a powerful story, such a powerful testimony, brother.
Thank you, brother.
You know, and so when you see these dudes, when they see you, they obviously got out their cell and copped the pass or whatever the situation is to see you. Right. So they're obviously seeking something greater than what they're in right now.
Yes.
So it's a certain group of cats.
Yeah.
It's not like they're saying, hey, you bad motherfucker, you just caught a stabbing and got off the shoe. We need you to get over here. I mean, these are cats that are searching for this message.
Yes, 100%. And I respect that. You know, they come, they listen, man, they take notes. They ask questions, they participate. It's purely off of their own will too, and I respect that because, you know, it's hard to do that when you're in there. You know, like, it's easy to get caught up in the BS. You know, so I really respect that, bro.
Well, the first time you check it out, bro. Let's be honest. In a prison environment when you're catching an unlock to go to church or something like that, you got a lot of dudes that are looking out the window and being like, this motherfucker right here, you know what I mean? Hey, I mean, Pastor Lina, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You guys get shitted on, bro. These dudes get shitted on, bro. 100%. They're looking at less of a convict, less of a man in there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it takes a certain man to say, you know what? I know all these eyes are on me. I'm getting unlocked to go to do some Bible study, and I know these dudes are seeing me, and it takes a certain dude to be like, you know what? It's okay. Yeah. I need to. They're seeking help, bro. Yeah, bro. They're seeking help, you know, from the situation that they're in, and it's unfortunate that we. A lot of cats look at it as a weakness, but I think it's strength. It's strength, 100%. And especially if they can come back and maybe share some of that knowledge or some of that information they got from you or on their visit with some of the fellow homies. They didn't have the nuts or didn't have the the inspiration, the drive to catch that unlock and go out with those dudes.
For sure, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so bro, salute to those dudes. Yeah. I mean, salute to you, brother. That's dope. And so you've been going into the church, into the prisons. You've been doing your thing. What else you been doing, bro?
So I actually got reached out to by like Beyond Cinema, and they created, shout out Byron too, man. He's a producer, and he was thinking about starting like my documentary, bro. Follow me around, and that's all. That's all Lux, man. Like,
wait. That's all who?
That's all Lucky, man.
What do you mean?
Because through Hood Stocks, he saw it, bro, and he was like, "Hey, man, your message was impactful," and he was just like, you know, I appreciate the love and you sharing that because he's Chinese too, and you know, he's not a believer, but it kind of swayed him to think about it, you know, a little bit deeper. So if without this platform, without Hood Stocks, bro, how would he have heard that? You know
wow, brother. Shit, a round of applause for us. Round of applause for Droops, Preston, YG, Frankie, K9 sitting at his house right now in an incubator. Right, you know?
Salute to Lucky right
this is all of us, dog. Teamwork make the dream work, dog. And I can't take all the glory, dog, especially when it's all of us that are, you know. And then absolutely the testimonies of these amazing men that I've had on this podcast, dog, that is giving us such a momentum to move forward and to be we started this year at 20,000 subscribers. We're at 70K right now, baby. Man. We're at 70K, dog. You know what I mean? That right there, bro. That right there, if that's not a sign from God to keep doing what you're doing, baby, I don't know what is, you know?
Amen, bro. Amen.
Yeah. Amen. And I had so many, my boy, let's keep it down over there, dog. I've had so many individuals that have reached out to me because of you, bro. Really? You know what I mean? Reached out to you. I've had, like, let's be real, a lot of subscribers, a lot of Instagram followers. I mean, it just, they were just thanking me for supporting the Asian community, and I'm just like, bro, like, this is just what we do right here, dog. 100%. This is what we do right here, and it's not that I haven't been wanting to do it. I just barely making the connections to have the Asian brothers on here, dog. Sure. You know what I mean? Because I look at the platforms, and I'm funny like this, dog. I look at the platforms, and I'm like, all right, the blacks, they doing their thing. The whites, they doing their thing. Well, shit, homie, the homies and the Asians, we got to do our thing right here then, dog. You know what I mean? And honestly, I favor towards the homies and the Asians right here to be 100% with you, dog. And the whites, too, you know what I mean? I've had a bunch of, a lot of the white brothers on here, too, dog. But all the other platforms are saturated, are ran by the African community, and shout out to them. They doing their thing, and they getting money, and they killing the game, dog. But right here, I feel like I'm just trying to build a foundation and a lot of love between the homies and the Asian community.
For sure, bro. And I respect that. You know what I mean? And all my homies respect that too. They let me know, you know. They're like, man, for that dude to put you on his platform, you didn't have to do that, bro. A lot of people don't do that. You know what I mean? And for that, I'll be forever grateful, man. Honestly, dude.
Well, I'll be forever grateful, bro, for the message you shared, dog. And even if they say if your podcast didn't do numbers, bro, it doesn't matter, dog, because I've had podcasts here, they flat out belly flopped in the swimming pool, bro. But you know what, bro? It belly flopped to the world, but to me, bro, I remember these fucking conversations to this day, bro, and they resonated so hard with me, bro, that I will cherish those, those 9,000 views. I don't give a fuck about the views. It's the message, bro.
100%.
It's the message, bro.
Yeah,
bro. It's the message, dog. You know what I mean? And that's what counts right here, bro. I mean, is it therapeutic? You know what I mean? Is it something that needs to be put in the universe? Fuck yeah, it does. Do these Asian brothers have stories that need to be shared just like everybody else? Fuck yeah. Is these other platforms doing it? Maybe semi and shit. Do I want to do it full throttle? Fuck yeah, I do, dog. And that's why Johnny's going to be having his own podcast on the platform, baby. Yeah. And I know he's going to kill it, baby. I know he's going to kill it, dog.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you're going to kill it, baby. You know what I mean? And there comes a time where I got to take a step in the background, baby. You know what I mean? Because, I've been called a narcissist from past relationships. And that's just because females have always seen me that I've always had a drive to be something greater than just a regular dude in the hood. You know what I mean? Yeah. And maybe that was selfish on my part, but this is me trying to big myself up and rebuild myself because I felt like I had something greater to offer the community instead of just a fucking gangbanger on the motherfucking streets, dog. Right. Fucking bitches, bringing kids into this world, dog. You know what I mean? Collecting EBT, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like I had a greater purpose, bro. Yeah. But anyways, enough about me. What else have you been doing, brother?
So after that, I've been traveling, man, like going to Thailand, speaking in their prisons, some of the same stuff, but it's been opening up a lot more doors. People have invited me, seeing this podcast. It's opened up so many different things, bro. I meet all types of different people from the podcast. People in the gym are like, I saw you on YouTube. I was at Yoshinoya, one of the subscribers we spoke to, that lady, I forgot, I'm sorry, no disrespect, I forgot the name, but she called in and she was asking about, questions. I think she was our first or second caller. And she's like, you're Johnny, right? And I was straight up like, picking up my chicken teriyaki, you know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to Yoshinoya, baby. That's my favorite, baby. I love me some Yoshinoya, dog. I eat that shit like some pussy, homie. Like, sorry about that, dog. You know what I mean? That shit bomb, bro. But the beef, dog, they need to chop that shit up a little better because the other day I was like, I was choking because I had a big wad and then when they went out of my thing, it's stringy, dog. Yoshinoya, but it's super bomb, bro. Yeah, it is, bro. Is it good for you?
Bro, I don't think it's good for you. Fast food is fast food,
Okay, there you go.
But for real, like she was like, man, it was a blessing and this and that, and it was cool, bro. Like seeing that, it's not even about the celebrity status, but I never thought that my story would impact people like that. I was just chopping it up with the homie, basically. You know what I mean? Like chopping it up with you, and it impacted so many people, and I'm so thankful about that, bro.
Isn't it so interesting that conversations, the art of conversating and sharing one story is a new level of rock star, bro. Like, after I had you on, I told everybody, I said, dog, this boy's a rock star. And I'll tell you honestly what I said. I said, this dude is the truth. This dude is fucking handsome. No homo. You know what I mean? I know you faggots say that now, dog. You know what I mean? I was like, this dude is like a freaking triple threat, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he's real. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, dog, when you open up a church, your church is gonna be the glorious place in the city of LA, bro, where I'm gonna take my kids, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I mean? Because it's gonna happen one day, bro. You're gonna be the next, what's that Osteen dude, bro?
Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen, bro. You're gonna be the next dude, dog. Just doing that, bro. And you know what, dog? Check it out, bro. If you're putting a good message out there, dog, you deserve to drive a Lamborghini, baby. Let's be real about that. And I know you may not be a materialistic person sitting with that Gucci shirt on right now. You know what I mean? But I just want to say, bro, like fruits of one man's labor that is pure, like this man, he deserves the best of life.
Man, thank you, bro.
He deserves the best of life. Don't play with it, dog.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. Dog. You're when I sat down here with you, bro, it really helped me, bro. It really helped me. It was very therapeutic, and it really made me reflect on one's life, which is my life, you know. And when I can have those conversations, it's a payment by itself, right? Yeah. It's worth. Sometimes conversations are worth any amount. A bag of money, right? Yeah. You know, like somebody can say, hey, you're having problems. All right, well, let me give you this bag of money. Well, this bag of money is a Band-Aid, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a Band-Aid, bro, because as soon as you blow through this fucking money, bro, you know what I mean? You're going to have the same problems, bro.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. And not to cut you
off,
but like what what you said is so true, because a lot of people chase money or material things or whatever it is, drugs, things in the world that they think they could fill that emptiness, you know. But connection is really important, bro. Like for me, I think the topic and theme for this year that I want to end with is connection. Who are you connected to? You know what I'm saying? For us, we're just all like tools, if you think about it, right? Like let's say we're all knives, you know, and the knives, when it's connected to a thief or a robber or a gang member, that knife can only kill people and hurt people, right? But that same knife, if it's connected to a doctor and a surgeon, it could save lives, bro. So the connection is what's important. It's who you're connected to. And when we have this connection, when we talk, the hearts flow, things open up, and we just, positive things come out of it. And that's the byproduct of it, just being real and opening up to one another. And I love that, bro.
Man, I love it, dog. I love it. I love it hearing those words. Listen, let's get out of our neighbor real quick, bro. Please. I don't know if I'm tripping, but it's... You don't hear it right there? Okay, I hear it right here. That we're in the studios, and we got some awesome producers next door that make bangers, and I hear the sub coming through. But it's okay if you're not hearing it, then I'll let it be. And so yeah, absolutely, who you're connected to, bro. You know what I mean? And because who you're connected to, I mean, it can be can put food on the table, or it can take food off the table. You know what I mean? Like the analogy of who's holding the knife. You know what I mean? You know, do you want the doctor in the room to hold the knife, or do you want the fucking criminal to hold the knife in the room? But I guess it depends on what situation we're in. You know what I mean? Because if dudes are kicking the door in, the doctor need to let go of that knife and give it to the criminal, dog, because he gonna protect us. You know what I mean? You know, so you know, it's the yin and the yang, and sometimes, you know what I mean, the criminal is the savior, right? You know what I mean, so to speak, because he's gonna protect the kids, dog. You know what I mean? Sure. You know, not that the doctor won't, but the criminal is a little more seasoned, right? You know what I mean? He knows how to fucking, you know what I mean? He knows how to chop some shit up, dog. You know what I mean?
Sure. Sashimi people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so let me ask you this, bro. You said you were traveling to Thailand?
Yeah, so I went to Thailand recently, bro, and it was crazy. I went to the prison, and they had like murders there. They had all kinds of people, and mind you, that they're Buddhists, bro. You know, they were like hardcore Buddhists. That's a Buddhist country.
What's their language? What language are you speaking out there?
They speak Thai.
And so how do you communicate with them?
Well, I had a translator. They had set up a translator for me. It was great, bro. Paid for the hotel, all of that stuff, bro. And they, you know, it was like I just went there to share my testimony, basically. The same thing I did on Hoodstocks, right? But the amazing thing is they didn't believe in the Christian stuff, but what they could resonate with was like that void that they felt. So I started to realize something, that everyone in this world is going through something, bro. Everybody is, and because we're all going through something, whether you're rich, poor, black, white, Asian, whatever, like that's why we're all interconnected, because we're all going through something. You know what I mean? So when we had that connection, I was able to talk to them about that, and they were just like shocked, bro. Like super blown away by what I was saying to them about how we can't overcome our own emptiness. We have to have a connection. So if I have a mentor, let's say I'm empty right now, right? But if I have somebody who's always happy, if I'm around that person all the time who's always happy, and I'm taking game from him, then his happiness pours into my heart automatically. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool if I'm empty. It's cool if I'm flawed as a human being, right? But if we're around somebody who's better than us and we can learn from them, we can just take what they have too, and then it becomes ours too, you know?
Wow.
So, yeah.
And so how did you get the opportunity to go to Thailand? Is that through the foundation or the organization you're from?
Yeah, so the organization, they actually pushed my message out, which was some of the clips of that short clip, the 16-minute clip about my dad. Yeah. And you know, a lot in the Asian community, especially in the Asian community, we don't have a lot of good relationships with our parents. So like, you know, they kind of felt like that was an impactful thing. So when they sent it out to like the prison wardens and stuff, they're like, we want them to come on.
And so when they watch these videos, does it get translated? Is there a caption on it?
Yeah, they dub it, bro.
Oh, they dub it and they put caption on it.
Yeah, there was like a lady who actually, like, I could hear her in the background.
Oh my God.
She was saying all her stuff, her language, and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
That is super hard, dog.
So I loved it. I was like, man, that's crazy. And I was like, I don't speak Thai, you know. I think Google Translate can only get me so far, you know. But
Yeah.
they were like, no, we have someone who speaks English and Thai. Well, they lined it up for me.
Wow.
And so when I went there, it was amazing, bro.
I mean, so what's the difference, bro, that you see? You're in CDC, which is the we'll say it is the capital
Yeah,
of prison politics and just like, bro, like an unbelievable way of moving, living with these just different entities of gang members, right? You know what I mean? Like this is the cream of the crop. I'd say CDC is the cream of the crop, brother. You know what I mean?
sure.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like CDC sets the standard. The individuals that are in CDC set the standard through the whole U.S. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when you go to a CDC prison yard and now you're in a Thailand prison yard, I mean, what do you see?
So I see like actually traits of the same thing. Of course, they don't politic like us. There's not segregation. They're all Thai, right? So they're all like the other car basically. But they essentially they suffer with the same thing. There's a lot of drugs in that country. There's a lot of like murder and there's things like that, you know. So there's really not much of a difference except for like the gangs. They don't really have gangs out there. It's more like mafias, actually. So it was pretty cool. I was talking to mob bosses and OGs and reps and, you know, people like that. And it was amazing because they would ask me straight. They're raw, too. Like Asian people in general, they'll just ask you straight up. Like, they won't say, like, oh, excuse me, can you move over there? Like, my dad, he'll be like, you go. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how people are. Like,
In the Asian culture.
Yeah. There's no, like, really, there's respect when it's their language, but when it comes to English, like, they kind of speak like that. So this one guy, he kind of spoke a little bit of English, right? And he would just ask me, why you Chinese? Why you no believe in, you know, Buddha? Why you believe the Jesus, you know, like that? And I was like, dang, but that was a valid question.
Because it feels like potentially you're a traitor.
Yeah, there's of course, you know, because they're used to being like, well, traditionally you're Buddhist, so why would you, you know, follow that? But it opened dialogue, you know, even though it was kind of tense, it opened dialogue for us, bro.
Yeah, and so I mean, what, you know, interesting. I'm interested on what kind of dialogue did it open up.
So they were asking like, why do you believe in Jesus Christ, right? Why do you believe in God? Why do you believe in Christianity, right? Because in their understanding, like they felt like when the people, they had a bad rep, kind of like Christians there in Thailand, right? Essentially, they felt like they were being extorted by them. And this is a multi-Buddhist country, so like they were kind of imposing, you know what I'm saying? So they explained to me like, you know, what is it that helped you like out of Buddhism? Like, why couldn't you just stick with Buddhism? Because I had explained to them that I started with Buddhism, but I like basically a hood hopper, right? Like I hopped over to like Christianity, you know?
Yeah.
So they were looking at me like, what's up with that, homie? Basically.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was I explained to them that every religion teaches you to do good, right? Buddhism teaches you to do good, Muslim, Islam, all that, they teach you to do good. But Christianity was the only religion that taught me that I couldn't do good like by myself. I needed something to save me, which is Jesus Christ, you know? Yeah. So as I was explaining to them, you can't do good by yourself because you're born evil. They were like, we're not born evil. Like they were explaining to me that, no, we're not born evil. And that was a dialogue that we started having, you know? So I explained to them that if you look at a baby, right, you don't see no sin inside of the baby, right? But as it gets older, it learns how to lie, it learns how to steal, it learns how to do everything, right? And then later it just becomes like professional at that, hiding its feelings, manipulating, whatever. Who teaches them that? You know, at a young age, we already knew. I don't know about you, but for me, I already was stealing at 5 years old. Like my parents didn't teach me that. Yeah, I was professional, bro, stealing and act all dumb. And you know what I mean? Like I knew what I was doing. Yeah. So I explained that to them. Like, you guys are in prison. You guys did your whole life trying to be good, but you still ended up here. Why is that? Because we're born evil. That's why. Why is it that when we're born, the parents don't teach us to breathe? Like we naturally have it, so we're breathing, right? But then like, why is it that they have to teach us about respect? It's because we don't have respect. It's because we don't know how to respect people, because we have that evil nature that we call sin. So they were familiar with what sin was. They just didn't believe that you're born with sin. So when I started to open up that dialogue, they were like, man, you know what? That makes sense. Because he had a daughter and she's rebelling now. He's taught her all his life, Buddhist religion. Be good to people, good karma. What you put out is what you'll get back. But she's starting to rebel. She's starting to want to smoke weed and do this thing called yaba. They have this, it's kind of like it's kind of like chewing tobacco, but out there it's pretty big, you know. They started to do that stuff, and then it was just like, he was like, I can't get a hold on my daughter. I taught her all these good things, but when she's growing up now, she's doing her own thing. Well, yeah, that's because the sin has ripened, and that's how everyone is. That's how everyone is. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
The sin has ripened.
Yeah, bro.
The sin has ripened.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy, right? Yeah, I like I used an analogy last time of an apple seed, you know? When you look at the seed of an apple, where's the apples? You don't see it. But if you plant it, you water it, after time it grows, it's only gonna produce apples, right? Same thing with the baby. When you look at a baby, it's cute. Where's the sin? But as it grows older, what does it produce? Sin. You understand?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, would that be a part of would that be on the parent side, like, you know what I mean, for not raising a good child, or is that in the genetics? You know what I mean, the genes are the, you know, the seed, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? We got a bad apple right here, right? Yeah. You know, like, what would be your take on it, bro? You know, is it if we had to give it a percentage of the birth of one child, right, female or male, that took on a sinful life, you know, was that the seed of the birth, or was that the parenting of the parents?
I think it's the seed, because sin produces sin. So even the parents were born into sin. There's no manuscript on how to raise children. You understand? You teach them what you were taught, or what influenced you, right? And what comes out of you. So sin itself is, like I said, it was inherited. So we naturally are going to sin. That's just how it is. Kids being bad and having a rebellious stage is a natural thing. You know what I mean? And they're just being kids. They're just being normal, right? We shouldn't judge them for that. But we have to understand, where is the root of everything? People try to tell kids, hey, man, stop lying, stop stealing, stop. Like I said, you know, it's like telling them, hey, stop being hungry, stop breathing. It's part of who you are. So, like, it's not really their fault, and it's not the parents' fault. It's the seed of sin. When you're born, like me, right? I'm Chinese, right? I didn't want to be Chinese. Like,
what did you want to be, though?
I wanted to be Rasa.
I mean, that's, you know, it's politically correct on this channel. Not necessarily, you know what I mean? But a lot of cats be like, this is a Rasa channel. Lucky you gotta whoop, you gotta do this. Homie, I ain't gotta do nothing, dog. I mean, this is my Jew side right here, homie. I'm only half Rasa. And then they're like, well, you ain't Rasa then, homie. You a fucking Russian. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers. Dude, the fucking people are cruel, dog. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I listen to Joe Rogan. If you ask Joe Rogan, they asked Joe Rogan recently, they said, bro, do you look at your comments? And he's like, fuck no, I don't look at my comments. Yeah. Why? And they were like, because people are fucking cruel, and I got to take care of my mental health. Yeah, for sure. You know, bro. Like, people are cruel with no faces, leaving comments, crazy comments, you know what I mean? And I've come to realize that I used to really connect with a lot of comments, dog, and then I realized that the same dude that was cool one month, yeah, the next month, and this is, I don't see faces, I just see names, right, that I start to recognize, and I realize, well, you know what, dog, you having a bad month, or, you know, something is going on, and so I have to step away from the comments, bro, for my own sanity, brother. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it can really, like, I mean, I'm raising kids, bro. I'm living a life. I'm working, bro. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like, fucking, you know, they may not like what you do on a podcast, bro, and they will fucking try to hammer you like a fucking nail, bro, until you no longer exist, dog. Yeah. And so I understand the realm that I'm in, that's very vulnerable, bro. People looking inside opposed to me being able to see who's peeking in the window, you know? Right. And I got to protect my sanity, brother, you know what I mean? So what I do now, dog, and this is just of new, dog, I don't really read all these comments unless you're subscribed, unless you join the podcast channel, then I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with these dudes, you know what I mean? Because they gonna put their money in and really believe, and so I give them the time of the day. But a lot of these cats, bro, they mean, bro, and I was like, damn, I thought I was mean, bro, but these cats are vicious, dog, you know what I mean? And they really trying to hurt my feelings, you know what I mean? And I got feelings, bro. We all have feelings, bro, and we gotta maintain our mental health, bro, even in this environment, especially in this environment. But you know that's interesting what you're speaking on, brother. You know what I mean, and you always make sense to the simplest form of a subject, you know, and that's what I love about you, brother. You know what I mean, like you really shine light on you know, from a seed to an apple. You know what I mean, you know, and I guess I can wrap my mind around it, and I can believe what you're saying is real. You know what I mean? Like, we are born sinners. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that's been said for so many years, right? Yeah. You know, it's not something that you just made up overnight. Right. You know, it's something that you something that you caught, you wrapped your mind around it, and you understood it. Yeah. Some people don't understand that, you know? Right. Yeah. And sometimes religion is hard to understand, you know? Especially in this AI world that we live in, where sometimes people, and including myself sometimes, can say, hey, you know what, the Bible is outdated. Right. You know, we need to move forward. You know, who wrote this Bible? This, that, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's such an informational freaking world, bro, where we can just like ask me any question, bro. I'll answer you right now. Hold on, give me 5 seconds, bro. I'm going to look this shit up, dog. You know what I mean? But I say that we need individuals like you in our life to have understandings, because obviously you have a deeper understanding than a lot of us on the surface.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you're out in Thailand, and what else have you gotten yourself into?
So I've been actually counseling a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people that got connected through the podcast who I speak to now on a regular basis, bro. They'll hit me up for like issues and Bible studies. Just today I did shout out Menace, man. Just today I did a Bible study with the homie Menace. He actually was a ex gang member. I mean, he's a gang member, but he kind of put down his flag, you know what I mean? And then he's now Christian. And when he saw our podcast, he commented. He's like, bro, this was deep. He watched it like 2 or 3 different times, which is pretty crazy. It's like 4 to 6 hours. You understand? Like, it's like you got to invest that time. So I was very thankful about that. And he let me lead the Bible study today. You know,
and so this dude Menace sounds like he potentially is Rasa.
No. He's actually he's Southeast Asian for sure.
Southeast Asian.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know if he's Cambodian or Laotian, but he's one of those, you know, Southeast Asian. And he's homie, man. He's like he changed his life too, and I'm actually trying to get him on the other podcast, the Street Lamp. But you know, he asked if I could have a Bible study with him. I mean, he gave me the platform. He had like 3 other people with him. And it was just an amazing thing to be able to share the word and then see the light bulb go off in people's heads, because everyone in this world is trying to find that hope and that peace. You know what I mean? We do what we do so we can be comfortable, so we can live a better life, like you were saying, providing for your kids and working and stuff like that, right? And it goes all the way back to connection again. Why do people go in the comments talking trash and stuff like that? Why do people bully people? It's because they're not connected. Like, let's say if you guys thought about Lucky as like your homie or your brother, and they were struggling with this podcast, let's say, then you wouldn't like it if other people were talking stuff about them. But people don't think for other people nowadays. You understand? So what I'm trying to push is that we got to think for other people besides ourselves. The easy route is to think for ourselves. Everybody thinks for themselves. But when we stop and we really think about other people, then that joy comes into us, because when other people do good, we start to be happy. And let me give you an example. When I was in Thailand, my mom caught COVID, right? My mom, she had COVID. She was out here, and I was in Thailand and I was healthy. But when I heard that she caught COVID, my heart, it pained me. Why is that? I'm healthy. you know, but that's my mom. I have a connection with her. So her pain became my pain. Likewise, it goes the other way. Her happiness becomes my happiness. So it's really important to have that conversation and to have that connection so that you guys can realize that, hey, there are real people who are running these platforms. You may not like their flavor, but everybody has flavors, right? You don't just, you know, discriminate against them or hate on them. Think about it in a way like, oh, if that was my family, if that was somebody who was like that, what would this comment say? And when we think for other people, the world becomes a better place, honestly.
God damn it, baby. Let's go, doggy. Let's go. So let me share a little bit about my day today with you, brother. You know what I mean? Because, you know, this is what we do right here. You know what I mean? And this is a time that I can do this, you know, opposed to having a guest that is trying to get through his story, right?
Yeah.
So my pops showed up to my crib today. I haven't seen my pops for a year. Okay. And before that, I haven't seen him for like, a long time, bro. Like a couple years, right?
Yeah.
And so he showed up today, and he's 78 years old. My pops is a freaking, he's a strong Jew, bro. You know what I mean? He's a Jew, bro, and he's rough around the edges, and he's a freaking alpha male, bro.
Yeah.
Jew, bro. Like you talk to him, he's not like, hey Johnny, how you doing? He's just like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. Like my pops is very stern,
right?
Very like he has been. I've watched him through the years, you know, and he's not a gang member. He's a businessman. He's a dude in a dark suit with a dark tie. You know what I mean? That is. Been involved with a lot of different people in life, and he's been a controversial father, bro. You know what I mean? But and you know, he didn't raise his kids the greatest, but he wasn't raised the greatest himself either. But anyways, what I'm getting at is so I can have a certain amount of animosity towards him if I wanted to, right? You know what I mean? Which sometimes I do, bro. You know? But he rolled up today and he had a train set for the girls, and he's a book dude. He writes books, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he always gives books, bro. You know, he's an intellect, bro, but a rough one, you know? And he had got himself in a relationship when I was young, bro, with a little paisita and shit, and she was like, bro, like really young but of age, you know. And if you know that you're getting yourself with a female that's young like that, then you know when you get older, it's potential that she's gonna just spread her wings and fly off. Of course, you know what I mean? Which she did, you know what I mean? But she did it in a very classy way, you know. She still takes care of him, and she's in another relationship, you know.
I see.
But my pops rose up, and you know, like, I'm not really like a fan of you, hey, bro, you know what I mean? Like I've told him before, I said, it's a little considerate, and my daughters don't deserve inconsistency in their life.
Yeah.
You know? But when you know who the man is, sometimes you make exceptions.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm a man, bro.
Yeah.
And I got kids, bro, that I've just like failed on, bro. Right? I brought them in the world, dog, and I failed on it, bro. And they sitting right now, and they may not be, I'm not on good terms, right?
Yeah.
So I understand it, bro, the flaws of a man, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, who am I to pass judgment, right? Yeah. But even though maybe sometimes if you're raised right, you'll do right, you know, who knows, right? You know, well, we know. Yeah. But anyways, I thought about it, and so my pops came through, and I got a German Shepherd. His name's Benny, and he's been eating my chickens, bro. And I got AKC papers on him, bro. He's a badass German Shepherd, bro. He's a fucking Dunvart, fucking crazy bloodline, bro. And he's a beast, bro. But he just needs a little discipline. But he's been messing with my gross chickens, so it's kind of caused a little bit of problems. What I'm getting at, though, is I realized when my pops came in, I said, oh, shit, I'm going to give this dog to my pops. He's a 78-year-old man. Yeah. He's a bachelor. If you can call a 78-year-old man that. He's single, right? And he's a proud man. He's a very proud Russian Jew, bro. You know what I mean? And But so for him to get in his feelings or express his feelings, bro, it's like lightning, right? You know? And it was just kind of funny that he was just like, man, he told me a story. He was like, man, I was coming out of this place in Pasadena because he lives in my hood. He lives on 50. He's got a house on 50 in my hood. Oh, okay. But anyways, he goes, I was coming out of Pasadena, man. He goes, man, I was just feeling a little bit of, he goes, I was feeling a little lonely, man. He goes, I was feeling a little depressed. And then he told me about him seeing this Asian lady that he had known, and then it kind of lifted him up. And so I understood what it was. Yeah. I said, this man, you know, is in a point of his life where he needs companionship, you know? Yeah, bro. And I said, Pops, I said, Dad, I got something for you. I said, I got a dog for you, you know? I said, I got the best companion you ever have in your life, you know? And he goes, what do you got for me, you know, right? And I said, hold on. So I go to the backyard and I bring out Benny, big-ass German Shepherd, 11 months old, bro, beast, you know what I mean? Big dog, right? And I said, hey, I paid $2,000 for this dog right here because I was gonna breed him, but you know it's just not working out with him at the crib because I have other dogs as well that don't kill my chickens, my girls' chickens, right? Yeah. And you know what? He lit the fuck up, bro, like a fucking Christmas tree. He goes, I've been waiting for somebody to give me a dog, you know. He goes, are you serious? And I said, yeah, Dad. You know what I mean? This dog right here, here's paperwork. You know what I mean? He's registered, everything. AKC, whoop-de whoop whoop. I said, he's a purebred. He's a beast, you know? And it really it really lit his world up, bro. A 78-year-old man, you know? And he was so, the dog came in, started licking his face. Bro, he was just like ecstatic, bro. And my pops is a good dog owner because all my life, my pops has always had a dog, bro. He's always had a dog as a kid. So I remember he had a VW one time, and I tried to get in that shit, and the German Shepherd's like, you know what I mean, and nipped my shin. Like he's a dog dude, right? Yeah. There's some dudes that are just like they're dog owners, bro, and they're good dog owners, bro, and they treat them good, bro. Yeah. And he's one of these dudes, bro. I'm not a good dog owner, bro. You know, because I got so much going on, but he's a good dog owner because he's always had dogs. I remember when I was a kid in the hood, he had this dog and I called him Ballless Barney. I said, bro, why you cut his nuts off, dog? You know what I mean? He was a cool dog, man. You cut his nuts off, bro, and now he ain't acting the same, dog. And I called him Ballless Barney. He's like, man, you have some respect for him. Don't be calling him Ballless Barney. He can hear you, you know what I mean? You know, like he was tripping about that shit, dog. Like, you know, my rhetoric was incorrect. You know what I mean? You disrespecting the dog. This dog's right here, protect the property. He's on Eldridge Street, the steepest still in Los Angeles off of 50, dog, you know what I mean? But anyways, I gave him this dog, and the whole time he stood at my house today, which I haven't seen him in a fucking year, bro. You know what I mean? We talked about the dog. We talked about life. And it was so hilarious, bro, because he drives a fucking he drives a Happy Meal mobile, which is like a Scion, like those fucking box Scions, bro. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
XB or whatever.
Yeah, XB, bro. He drives one of those. And my pops is a big dude. He's like 6'4", bro.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? He's a big dude, bro. You know what I mean? And so when he left, I gave him some dog food, bro. And I was looking at my pops, two big dudes in this little ass car, big ass German Shepherd. Benny looking at me like, hey, bro, we'll fuck you. You know what I mean? And my pops was happy as fuck, bro. Good, bro. You know what I mean? And I told my girl when he left, I said, babe, I know this is kind of fucked up to say, but that's the greatest thing that I've ever done for my dad.
Man, that's good.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Is that such a weird thing? I gave my dad a dog. And that's the only thing that I've ever done good for my dad at 78 fucking years old, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fuck me, right? You know what I mean? But it felt so good, though, bro. Yeah. And I offer this dude money, like, anytime he comes out, it's like, but he's a proud man. Yeah. Like, no, I'm good. Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm good. Fuck you, bitch. I mean, he won't take my money, bro. Straight up. You know what I mean? And I realized, you know, I don't know, bro. Like, it just really kind of fucked me up a little bit. I told my girl, I said, this is the best thing that I've ever done for my dad. And I'm not going to say, you know, what he's done for me or this and that, you know what I mean, or what our relationship has been through the years, because, you know, that's irrelevant, bro.
Yeah.
As a man, bro, I'm not going to dwell on that shit, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? As a kid, you're going to dwell on that shit.
Right.
You'll be like, you weren't there for me. You kicked me out when you were with that paisita Asana, and you fought all her family, and you kicked me to the streets, and that's why I became a gang member, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not telling him that, bro, because I'm a grown man, bro, and I take responsibility, dog, as a man right now, dog.
Yeah.
But it felt so good, dog,
Yeah.
to give my pops that, because you know what, dog? He needs companionship.
Yeah, bro.
You know, he needs companionship, and I gave him companionship. And when he got home, so there's a street called Eldred off of 50 in my neighborhood. My pops lives on that, and it's the steepest street in Los Angeles, bro. You know what I mean? And he goes, he sends me a text. Let me see the text, dog. Hold on. Let me pull the text up, and I'll tell you word for word. He goes, Benny walked me to the top of the hill. A real gentleman. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Look
bro.
at the text, bro.
Man.
Look at the text, bro. A real gentleman. Thanks.
Yeah. Yo,
He said he's a real gentleman. That's my pops, bro.
Yeah.
My pops is a gangster, bro.
Yeah, he is,
But he's
bro.
just a suit and tie type of gangster,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He's
You know what I
old
mean?
school. He's
And he
old
said he's a
school.
real gentleman. Thank you.
good, bro.
You know what I mean? And that, bro, that shit made me so fucking happy, dog.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you hear a story like that, what comes to your mind, brother?
So first, thankfulness comes to my heart, bro, because we were people, like I just had mentioned, who only thought about ourselves. When we were kids and we were running rowdy on the streets, who do we think about? Ourselves, right? We did what we wanted to do. We did what we thought we had to do, right? But the amazing thing is today, bro, like, I could see that you thought about your dad, dog. Like, you thought about him, and you were like, man, my dad needs companionship. It's not about what I do. You put down what you felt, the years, and like you just mentioned, you could have been like, hey, man, F you, Pops. Like, yeah, you're old and lonely because you could have been like that, but you didn't. Which instead, you took the route of, man, you heard your dad's heart for the first time, which was, you know what, I'm lonely. And he opened up, which I think is really, like, if your dad, from what you're saying, it don't seem like he's a dude who opens up about his feelings at all.
Nah, bro.
So for him
Old school, fucking like Asian dude, right? You know what I mean?
Sure,
Straight up, bro.
For sure. So for him to do that, he really hit a point in his life, and I'm so thankful that you had the good head on your brain, like on your shoulders, to be like, you know what, my he needs something right now, and you were able to connect in that aspect. You know what I mean? And it's just
You know, when he walked in, because he was out front, he was like, I got gifts for the girls, you know what I mean? And I was just like, fool, like, these girls don't even know you, motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, shit, they ain't tripping on you, homeboy, you know what I mean? Because I'm not a fan of inconsistency, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be consistent in one's life, you know what I mean? And I protect my girls. They're everything to me, brother, you know what I mean? And I just, like, I don't condone a lot of things in their life, you know, and so I invited him in, and when he came in, for some reason, as soon as I seen him, I said, he's gonna leave here with that fucking fool Benny.
that's good.
And then when he shared that with me, bro, I said, hey, sounds like you need some companionship, sir. But it was just like, it was meant to be, because I could have sold him for a quarter of what I bought him for the other day.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because people offered me money from, and I was just like, nah, dog. Like, and it wasn't a money thing. It was just like, sometimes in business, if you have a little bit of wiggle room, you know, you can just make better decisions opposed to somebody that is desperate in a situation. I'm not desperate to off this dog off for a fucking $500 when I paid $2,000 for him, and I'm gonna hand you over AKC registration where you can breed this dude and you can sell these dogs for $2,500. Let's look at it at a business standpoint. You know what I mean? I wasn't tripping on a dog. I just wanted to make sure that wherever Benny went, that it was going to be in a good place. It wasn't the amount of money, brother. You know what I mean? So instead of taking the $500 I could have copped the other day, bro, I gave them to my pops, bro, which is worth $500,000, bro.
Amen, bro.
You feel what I'm saying, baby?
Bro. Man.
It's worth $500,000, dog.
And that patches up the relationship, you know what I mean? And I would share my heart with your pops, you know, like, hey, Dad, you know, I appreciate you for texting me, you know, Dad, like, I'm so thankful, and I'm happy that it makes me happy that the dog makes you happy. And then as you guys start to have a little bit more dialogue, I teach a lot of people this too, like, you'll start to rebuild that relationship, you know what I mean? But it's when we don't, like the water staying stagnant, when we don't communicate, we don't move, we don't flow, that's when things get rotten, and years become like that, like with me and my father too. But when I was taught, like, hey, you can talk to him, you can tell him, yeah, you guys could fight, you guys could get into it, sure, you know, but he can't stop being your father. You can't stop being his son. So it's okay to have those disagreements. A lot of people want to dodge burden and dodge that, but they don't understand that if you keep living a life of dodging these problems, then you'll never be able to stand on your own. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I hear that, bro, honestly, I'm happy. Like, in my heart, I'm like, man, that's cool that you took a step out of yourself and the things that you normally would do, and you decided to just think for him and like kind of give him the dog. And you know, you didn't have to do that. Like,
and this is a day before I heard the news. I just talked to my sister, my older sister, that shared information. I haven't talked to my sister for a minute, and that's because some complicated stuff, bro. Last time I was in prison, bro, I signed adoption papers away from a daughter that I brought into this world that the mom didn't want.
Oh, okay.
You know, and so her and her husband are raising this child as their own, and so it's complicated things between me and my sister. You know, right. That has made her drift away, and I haven't talked to her in freaking many years, bro. And I just talked to her a day ago, and she told me, and I'm sharing personal information with you guys, dog. And I don't got to do this, bro. Yeah. But I'm transparent about my life and everything that I do right here. I'm never gonna snowball you like fucking Elvis's fucking manager, right? If you watch the new movie, right? They call him the snowman. I'm not gonna snowman you guys, dog. I would tell you guys the truth to my fucking own fucking funeral, right? You know, it is what it is, baby. I mean, you make choices and you gotta live with it. Not everybody's gonna share the truth of their life, you know what I mean? Yeah. But a day before, yesterday, my sister told me, she goes, hey, I was going back and forth. Hey, can you tell them to turn that down, bro? Yeah. My sister told me, she goes, hey, Dad sent me his will, and I said, what does his will say? You know what I mean? His will says that he's gonna leave the house, his house, in Highland Park, to his daughter, a new daughter, right? Not new daughter, she's older now, but from another relationship, she's gonna leave her, the house, and he's gonna leave me and my sister Jennifer his books.
Oh, okay.
So that can be an insult to one, but it's not an insult to me. You know what I mean? Because I'll be like, you know what? It was an insult to my sister, but to me, I'm just like, all right, I'll take the books. You know what I mean? But because I will create my own fortune. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is telling. I'm trying to tell you, dog, that in life, dog, my heart is pure, brother. You know what I mean? Like, a house isn't gonna. Okay, you're leaving me your fucking slippers and your dirty underwear. It's all good. Yeah. I'm not tripping, but I still value you as a man that brought me into this world. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'll still find a pleasure in providing you some companionship. Like, it didn't stop me from still putting forth like a blessing, right? Yeah. You know, and you know what, dog? People are so materialistic in this world, and I'm not shitting on my sister, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying in general, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, would I love to have that house in my neighborhood? Fuck yeah, dog. You know what I mean? I would love to have that house, dog. You know what I mean? In a gentrified fucking community where a house is potentially worth a lot of fucking money, dog. True. Fuck yeah, dog. You know what I mean? But is it gonna sway my fucking heart? No, it's not, dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's telling you, dog, that I have overcome a lot of things in my life, brother.
Bro, that's growth, man. That's growth, because how could we, you know, anyone would be mad, and rightfully so, you know what I mean, in your predicament. But like I said, being able to grow is important, bro. Being able to just put that feelings down and be like, you know what, I respect them regardless, you know, and keeping that tip, I respect it, bro.
You feel what I'm saying, baby?
I salute you, bro. Yeah, that's not easy to do.
And he came in and I treated him like a king today, bro.
That's good.
I treated that boy like a king, you know what I mean? I brought him in and out. Treat him like a king. I mean, like, fool, you should have bought him a steak, bitch. You know, but let's do this, bro. Let's continue the healing. let's continue this vibe right now,
Yeah.
and let's take phone calls right now.
For sure, let's
Let's
do it.
take phone calls and let Johnny, give you some guidance in life, baby. You sound good, brother?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's take a quick break. We're gonna put the phone number up right now. I'm gonna let him put the phone number up first. Yeah, go ahead, though. You put the phone number up first. And we're gonna open up the phone lines to talk to Johnny, whatever you guys got going on. There you go, Johnny, my boy Johnny, getting it, though. You. Thank you. Let's take a quick break real quick and we'll be right back.
Sure.
Yeah.
This the Highland Park Gospel, my G. Blessings, power, respect. Tell you this for the last time. Enough of the drama. I ain't playing these games.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Enough of the drama. I ain't playing these games.
You hate me when I'm up, you love me when I'm down. Stupid motherfucker, turn that frown upside down. Clowns, high off that dope. I was clowning, I was high off that dope. I made a fool of myself, I was high off that dope. Gang bang, blood sport, Wu-Tang, I love whores, dumb, burned out, crazy fool, I'm banged out. Hanging out with these fools, 1 + 1 = 2 fools in a cell with no mail. No talent is the policy, no bail, don't bother me. The economy of drugs comes with a college full of thugs. Time to graduate, time to elevate. Let's go, you know.
I ain't playing these games.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Enough of the drama. I ain't playing these games.
The highs and lows come with lies and cold. I'm a wilted rose, only the gardener knows. Water me, talk to me, fingernails bleeding lottery. She lied to me, she cried to me, point clearly taken. What's popping, girl, what's shaking? Without love, there's no patience. Sit in a concrete cell, my soul vacant. You in a hood trap, working off your bad back. Homie, love is a true fact. Blood on the menu, don't mean to offend you. Take it how you want it, taste it, it's vomit. Shit is foul, 2 fingers in the air, Kermit drink tea like that shell.
Tell you this for the last time. Enough of the drama. I ain't playing these games.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick your soul up.
Pick your soul up. Pick your soul up.
Oh, gotta pick
Yeah.
your soul up.
Let's go, baby.
Drama. I ain't playing these games.
Let's open up the phone lines right now. You guys see that pin number right there, 213-842-4785. Yeah, I mean, guys, go ahead and tap in, dog, and holler at this amazing individual, dog. There's special humans in this universe, dog. You know what I mean? And you know, bro, we got one of them right here.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
But yeah, so just like this weekend has been very therapeutic for me, dog. Talking to my sister, I haven't talked to her for a long time. Seeing my pops today, it's just really like it's giving me some closure on different things, brother.
Yeah.
You know, it's giving me some closure of a lot of heartache and pain throughout the years, and just sometimes we understandings in life. You know what I mean? We really, really need. You know, we need to. You know, and it doesn't happen overnight, right?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't happen overnight. I'm 45 years old. I'm gonna be 46 in February, bro. Like, you know, life is a journey, bro. You know, let's open this phone line right here. You're on the Hood Stocks. Go ahead.
Hold on real quick. Let me pause this motherfucker. What's going on with Lucky?
Oh, what up, Rooster? This is Rooster, right?
Yeah, Rooster BTV was popping with it, man.
Good, baby.
Hey, shouts out to the homie Johnny, man. Good seeing you back.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, that Gucci shirt goes hard.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
And your cookie shirt's all right, Lucky. I don't know about that gold, though. I don't know.
Or hey, you know what? I'm sorry to. Let me say this right now, dog. The podcast is about to get signed to Steezy, dog. So I might be taking this cookie shirt off, dog.
Damn, that's a big street, man.
Yeah,
That's good seeing the progression is beautiful.
The owner of Steezy reached out to me, and I happen to have one of his Korean homies on, dog. And he really supports it, dog. He's come through with a contract, dog. So this cookie shirt, dog. Like the cookie shirt, dog. Cookies ain't sponsoring shit right here. I mean, they gave us free gear and shit like that, dog.
I remember you had a homie came and blessed. I seen that. He blessed it up with the whole crew right there. That shit's dope.
Absolutely. Shout out to Cookies,
dog. But the Steezy shit, hey, that's big right there. Congratulations on that. I hope that goes through, baby. Man.
I hope it comes through too, dog, because everybody gonna get paid around this mother.
Hey, but nah, man, I appreciate
Straight up, dog. I didn't even tell Johnny about that. This new news to Johnny, dog.
What?
Yeah, Korean. You know what he loves? That he's a Korean homie that owns Steezy, bro. Right? And he loves. You know what we're doing, dog. You know what I mean? And he loves that I'm bringing Asian homies on, dog. And I talked to him on the phone. His PR reached out to me in an email, dog. And that dude called me directly. He's the founder, the creator, the owner of Steezy, bro, and we had a long conversation. He went to school for a marketing, bro. You know what I mean, right? Makes sense, right? Wow. He marketed Steezy, and he said, brother, you know what I mean? I'd love to, you know what I mean, be a sponsor and come through with a contract for you. Yeah. And I said, absolutely, brother. The brothers can use it right here. You know what I mean? So we can all get paid, including yourself, brother. You know what I mean? So we really have like, bro, like. The slow process of hood stocks, but the message resonates so deep in the soil of these streets right here, bro. Amen. That people are really coming and reaching out, bro. It's crazy,
this a day one Goonie right here. I remember, motherfucker, I was before 10,000 subs on your shit, fucking with you. So that
brother, I appreciate you, dog.
Like real shit, I seen it. Like it's nice, man. I love the progression, and I appreciate the good vibes, y'all. Johnny, you stay up, keep doing your thing, and Lucky, fuck you, motherfucker. You know what it is.
Love you too, baby. Thank you, dog.
Appreciate you.
Love, dog.
Absolutely, bro.
Night.
You too, doggy. Yeah. Let's get the phone calls cracking. You guys call in. Hold on. Let me turn this off right here. But we gotta really like this year, bro. We are gonna freaking crush it, dog. Yeah. Like this year, like I get it from everybody's predictions that are hauling at me. They said, Lux, 2023, you guys are gonna just freaking blow the roof off. And that's a part of like from what the foundation that hold on, let's get this phone call and we'll continue the convo. You're on Hood Stocks, talk to us.
What up, Lucky?
This year.
What up, baby? Turn the volume down in the background.
Everybody.
Can you hear me? That shit down there. That's
2020.
That shit don't even want to hear. Wait up. My bad. There I go.
What is the foundation?
You. What's up, SA?
What up, baby? Talk to me, dog. Is this Wolf or what?
Oh, fuck.
Wolf.
It's Wolf for a month there, homie.
What up? Wolf been fucking with me too long, dog. I mean, Wolf needs to come through already and holler at us.
Hey, I have a new setup. I have a back house and I put a whole new setup, a lab, homie. My bad, dog. Hey,
Wolf, you're sounding like YG in here right now, bro. You know what I mean? You're slurring and you're just like, what up, dog?
I want to sip it out some scissors and do my chicken thing. Hey, what's up, Johnny?
What's up, bro? How you doing, bro?
You know, Kanan, hey, dog, you're spitting knowledge right now. You and Lucky, dog, are fucking... I love it. I love it right now. What you guys are fucking just spitting out in the air right now, dog.
Thank you, bro.
It's that knowledge, homie. I haven't heard it. I want to get a moment of your time. And you know what, dog? Johnny, I hope, like, when you come back to that street light, we put something out there, dog, like, to invest. Like, how can I say, dog, for homies to like invest and like do something, like make money, dog. Like we don't make no money out here for our gente, dog.
For sure, bro.
Like I'm fucking stuck right now. Like I got some FedEx fucking stacked up for me. I'm like figuring out like how can I make some fucking bread, dog.
You know, check it out, dog. Just take that to the Connect, dog. Flip that shit upside down, dog. You know what to do, baby. You know what I mean? Call it.
You know the Connect in the fuck. I don't do all the dope, homie.
Hey, Wolf. Check it out. Hold on for 1 minute. Hold that thought, bro. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. You remember you were on the drunk homie in the jump zone? Wolf, are you there? Wolf.
What happened?
What happened? Sorry about that, bro. The other caller hung up.
You motherfucker.
All right, let's do it again. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Lucky.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
What up, baby?
I'm calling from the North Bay, the 415.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the Bay Area, baby. Nothing but love, dog.
And shout out to your guest, you know.
Shout out, bro. Thank you, man.
Hey, Lucky, honestly, fool, la neta, dog, I used to hate your punk ass, dog.
I'll take that with love right now, dog. But punk is you know what I mean? Go ahead, baby.
Shit.
You know,
Don't lie, dog.
why did you hate my punk ass, bro? Go ahead.
You want me to be honest or you want me to bullshit you?
Bullshit me. Be honest, you fucking ass face. Go ahead, be honest.
I'm like, who the fuck is this fucking dumbass fool right here? This fucking like, who the fuck is this fool right here? And fool, and I ain't gonna lie, dog. I keep it low key on the YouTube because I don't like to be on all that bullshit. But dog, I've been following your punk ass since like 500 subscribers, dog. Like, I swear to God, dude, I'd be bored at work sometimes when you weren't pulling out content, and I'll go repeat Shooter's podcast. I don't give a fuck if I re-listen to that shit 4 times in a day. I go, rewind back real quick.
But let me ask you a question, bro. You've been following me, my punk ass, since 500 subscribers. So what does that make you, bro?
Lucky, what I'm trying to tell you is that I love you, motherfucker.
Thank you, baby. I love it, dog. You know what I mean? And I'm easy, dog. I'm easy because I feel like when you tell me that, it's in a loving way, dog. Because when I sometimes I'll be like, man, your punk ass needs to chill the fuck out, dog. But I ain't trying to shit on the homie. I'm showing him love, dog, because I love him, dog. So I don't take that like too hard to the heart, dog. Because it's just words, dog, and it's the way people say it.
Like, and you know, Lucky, I'll be straight up with you. You know, I'm from up north, so you know them Norteños be up in their feelings and shit. But I'm not, dog. Like I fuck with your shit, man.
Are you a Norteño, doggy?
Up north, man.
Are you a Norteño though?
Yep.
Okay,
up north,
that's cool, dog.
So I respect it, dog. Like you know, like
and I respect. And you know what? I respect Norteños too because they just like Shooter said on the other side of the coin, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like at the end of the day, it's like we know what you guys are about. You guys know what we about, and fuck it, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Like I fuck with your podcast. And,
so why do you love me now, bro? Because I used to be a punk ass, and why you fuck with me now?
I just fuck with you. Nah. It's just like I really worked that, I worked that overnight shift type of shit. Not really overnight, but I'm up pretty early and shit. So. Sometimes like I'm just like, fuck, what I gotta go through, and then bitch ass Lucky right here with the new shit.
Bitch ass Lucky.
Bitch ass. I'm like, oh.
You know what? It's cool, dog, because there's a lot of people that are gonna agree with you on that, dog. The like, feeling, right? And it's natural, baby.
For real. Like all bullshit aside, I fuck with it. I play that shit. I rewind episodes, and I just,
you know what, bro? I respect the way you're coming at me, dog. You know what I mean? Because I'm a man, dog, and I know what I'm about, dog. You know what I mean? And I don't take no disrespect to that because we have feelings, bro. Especially in this YouTube universe, when you don't know somebody personally, bro, you can be like, man, what's this bitch ass fool talking about now? You know what I mean? And sometimes it resonates with you, and sometimes it's just like, man, this fool tripping, right? You know what I mean? Which gives us these outbursts of names, right? You know what I mean? But you know what, brother? I appreciate you for being real and being honest with me, dog. You know what I mean? And this is a testament, dog, that Go ahead, brother.
And I'm not gonna be one of these lame fucks that hears that. Lucky's funking it with this podcast. I'm gonna stop fucking with him. Nah, dude, I don't give a fuck about that. If you're really concerned about that shit, then you don't some fucking straight up highness shit. Cause I'm just here for the entertainment. I'm here for the conversations and all that shit. But
absolutely,
once you start giving me your feelings and all that shit, it's like, nah, fool, fuck all that shit. Like, I hate when motherfuckers get all up in their feelings and shit. But I fuck with your shit. Like,
go ahead and tell me you love me right now, bro.
Nah,
well, fuck you then, fool. We gone. Next caller. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Hey, I'm back, yes.
Who the fuck is this? I'm back,
It's Wolfie, dog.
Wolfie, what the fuck? You calling me on a trap burner now, bro? You know what I mean? Like, this is a different number, dog. How many phones you got, dog?
Hey, dog, you know what? I had all kinds of notes of what I was gonna talk about with Johnny and you about to, dog. You cut me off, Lucky. Fuck you, Lucky.
You know what, dog? Where your notes at, bro?
My notes are right here. Okay, all right. Ready, bro. Number one, dog. This is all for Johnny, dog. You know what? I understand we did that street lab shit, and we're gonna fucking go hard, dog. I'm gonna be your number one fucking supporter, dog. And how are we gonna elevate the raza, my Asian persuasions, to
my Asian persuasion,
make business? That's it. I got some fucking money stacked up, homie. How can I make that money? I got 10 G's, homie. I want to fucking figure out, like, what can we do to make some businesses?
Let me before Johnny answers that, let me just hang up on you real quick because I wanna reframe the question. Okay, I'm gonna reframe the question, Wolf. Thank you, Wolf, for calling. So check it out, brother. Let's reframe this question, dog. You know what I mean? When it comes to our brothers in the universe that are watching right now, people are going to come for you for, you talked about earlier tools, right? You know what I mean? And tools in the toolbox, I talk about that all the time. You used analogy about a knife, you know what I mean? But how about when people come to you other than the word of God and they say, hey, brother, Johnny Chang, how can I elevate my life in a financial way? You know what I mean? Do you have advice for that?
Yeah, I do. There's a lot of people who come to me and ask me for, guidance and stuff like that, whether it's financially, relationship wise, who don't believe in God, who don't take the Christian route. You know what I mean? For me, like, I talk about the analogies. That's why I have so many different analogies, because those are for people who actually don't believe in God. With God, I could just bust the Bible open and show them the paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for those people, this isn't just you're not Christian, so I can't mess with you. That's not how it works, because Jesus didn't do that. He came and he helped everybody, right? So that's how I am, bro. Like, I would give advice to anybody who I see fit. Like, as long as they come to me, I'm already really thankful for that. You know what I mean? And then talk to them about whether it's financial, whether it's like marriage, whether it's just regular counseling, mentorship, whatever. Like,
so let me ask you this, bro. So you like we it's safe to say that you're a professional in surviving some pretty dark times in a prison environment.
Absolutely.
The street life. Mm-hmm. So what makes you qualified to speak on financial and marriage stuff?
Because I feel like it comes to the root. So I'm a person that looks at things from the root. You understand? Like, a lot of people try to solve issues like, okay, right now I'm broke, so I got to figure out why I'm broke. But there's a lot of people that are broke, right? That don't fall into depression. Don't be sad. Why do people and then there's a lot of people who have a lot of money, but that doesn't mean that they're happy. So what I teach is happiness. I teach the core, and when you're happy, you produce better, you work better, you're more determined. You understand what I'm saying? I fix it from the core up. So that relates to everything, not just finances. If you're unhappy, like, I used to think, why did rich people kill themselves, right? There was a guy who actually had like a lot of money, and he came to me and he's like, bro, I'm not happy. I make like 40, 50 G's a month, but I'm not happy. And I always feel empty and whatever. So then I talk to him about that. I help him with that depression. And then he's able to enjoy that. I basically teach him that it's because your desires have outgrown your bank account, basically. You know, you could have 40, 50 G's, but if you're pushing a Lambo and all that, that's nothing. That money, it goes out the window. You understand? So I would say the analogy I used was a car, bro. Like, who in this room would drive a Ferrari? Everybody, right?
Right.
But who would drive it without brakes? Nobody, right? Honestly speaking, right? You're gonna crash out, right? So the same thing, like the desire is inside of our heart, and the braking system is self-control. So when we teach people self-control, I went to Africa recently, right? And when I went to Africa, Liberia, I'd seen these kids playing soccer with a rolled up beach towel. It wasn't even a real soccer ball. It was over like 30, 40 kids playing, right? And I saw how happy they were, but they hike 2 miles to get their water. They don't have electricity. It's all messed up. But when I looked at them, I'm from America. I got a Gucci shirt. I got a nice car, but I'm not as happy as these kids. When I saw that, it was like, man, these kids taught me how to be happy and thankful for things. You understand what I'm saying? So I was able to kind of like see that money and finances and whatever people, that's just surface level. Everybody has a heart, and the core of the heart is important. That's why I said in the beginning, everything starts from the heart. I could have $1 million, but if I don't have self-control, if I don't have respect for myself, if I don't have happiness inside of my heart, no hope inside of my heart, then none of that matters.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. You know what I want to do is I want to open up the chat line to the dudes that are in here right now. Anybody that wants to ask Johnny a question right now of guidance. I mean, we got Preston right here. We got Droops right here. Droops just got out from doing 16 years in the feds.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Fresh out. Yeah. You know, we got YG right here that has been talking a whole lot of crazy shit today.
Inspirational.
Huh?
Inspirational.
Bro, we will tell you what you're talking about, bro. You don't say what you're talking about, bro. You know what I mean? That's the way that life works, baby. And then we got Frankie right here. Frankie, you know what I mean? Rick, would you like to ask him something, bro? And get on the mic. We got a mic over here, dog, that you get on. Let's get Rick on that mic, dog. You know what I mean? This dude right here is a legend from my hood. He's probably one of the most famous dudes from my neighborhood, bro.
For real, huh?
This dude right here is, dog.
Yeah,
he's one of the most famous dudes from my hood, dog. And he has lived an unbelievable life, brother. You know what I mean? And I have a lot of dudes that are on my side, dog, and behind the scenes that have lived an unbelievable life. And not everybody is comfortable with getting in front of the camera, brother, and sharing this, you know? But Rick, what question would you like to ask him?
Nah, I just see the way like he's talking about going to the prisons and doing all that stuff, and I know for a lot of us that's been there to actually go back and help people. Sounds cool, man. Like how you're doing that stuff. It ain't really a question. It's really like a statement, I guess. You know, I can see by the way you're saying, like everything you've been saying on here, like talking about that. I'm sure at the same time while you're helping them, that it's probably helping yourself as well.
100%.
That's how it seems from what I'm hearing from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I need it as much as them. Straight up.
It's good stuff though, man. Because a lot of us, while we're out here and actually may want to do something like that, or you know, to actually go and do it is good, man. It's a big thing, man.
Thank you, bro.
You know, congratulate you on that, man.
Thank you, brother.
You
Appreciate you.
Rick, how do you feel about individuals? And this is a dude that's been incarcerated his entire life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This dude is a product of his environment. You know, like his mom is gang member, his pops is gang member. I mean, as a child, bro, his mom used to take us to do freaking some shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like real shit. Like this dude is the product of the street environment. Like, bro, like 100%. I mean, what I want to ask is when you have a dude like this dude that is out, you know what I mean? Or when I ask Rick, is when you see a dude like this that is out, and that is going into the system. And I know you spoke on it right now, bro. You know what I mean? But it's going to trying to change the narrative in individuals' minds that have been through this, and you stayed solid all the way through, bro. Like, this dude stays solid all the way through. Like, he's still, like, bro, like, he still ain't a dude to fuck with, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but Rick, like, when you see dudes like this that are going in the system, bro, and trying to change the narrative and help these dudes, Rick, I mean, like, what is your thoughts, bro? You know what I mean?
I just think it's good stuff because, you know, sometimes we see different people in there that probably many of us can relate to. So when you see somebody coming in, you know, with, you know, tattoos, who's been through it, you know, I'm sure that it's something that some of these guys in there can appreciate because they know he's taking time out of his day to go ahead and do that. And there's not a lot of people doing that. You know what I mean? So when he goes and does that, takes that time out of his day, I'm sure to a lot of the dudes, you know, like you said earlier, there's not a lot of people like, when we hear, hey, church line coming and, you know, a lot of us in there, you know, we be clowning like, oh, look at these dudes and all that, you know, but on some real shit, like, I mean, it's good stuff, man. Like, you know, if you can go in there and come out and change your life for the better and, you know, like he's going back and giving back to like the people he's been around, even going to different countries. That's good stuff, man.
Rick, let me ask you a question while I got you right here, bro. And we got to wait for his interview. But Rick, has it ever crossed your mind to go that route?
Like to go into jail and like give back and stuff like that?
No, not to give back, brother. But just to like search for a further purpose in life that's beyond the game, the system. You know what I mean? What has been taught to you since you were a child, brother. You know what I mean? Like, you know, reaching for a deeper meaning in life, you know, like, and then sometimes people think that the individuals that do that are weak individuals that can't think for themselves and they can't stand on their own 2 feet because, you know, for what not the circumstances might be. I mean, have you ever thought about just like, you know what, like I want this change. I need to search for a deeper purpose within myself. Like, has that ever crossed your mind?
I think, like you're saying about, like people saying like we don't or can't do change or something like that. Like, I mean, Johnny here is showing us that, you know, you can be from our side of town, like grow up the way we've grown up.
Yeah, he's a wild Ching.
Yeah, and actually change and be a better dude and help people out at the, you know.
But is religion needed to do that?
I don't think actually religion is needed to do it, but the religion helps because a lot of people can relate to, like you said earlier, to different religions and stuff like that. Like my dad's probably watching this right now. You know, he's on it. You know, you know about my dad. My dad's been a gang member for whole life, you know.
That boy a triple OG.
You know?
You see pictures of that dude, you're just like, God damn it. They
know?
still make them dudes? No, they don't.
Yeah, so
that boy a triple OG. Where you from, Clanton?
Nah, my dad's from Dogtown. Wolf from Dogtown.
Okay, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your mom's from Clanton.
Yeah, my stepdad and my mom's from Clanton. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's just different because, you know, we come out and you know, there's a fine line to some of the stuff, and it's just like what we're on, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, we're all older now, so it's just a little different to be out here running around just not caring, you know? I got my daughters, so, you know, I got to think about them when I do some of this stuff that I do. Yeah. You know, at the same time, I'm still out here, and you know, there's people that probably hate me from before, so, you know, it is what it is. But overall, I don't think change is a bad thing, man. I think as we grow up and age, and, you know, some of us probably never even thought about getting to this age. Yeah. So just getting to there and being able to help other people is a great thing, man. Like I seen you guys doing your turkey giveaways. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
impressive, bro.
that's good stuff, you know?
Yeah.
We had a little dude in here with the leukemia, man. That was a great thing to watch all the giveaways and, you know what I'm saying? That was good stuff, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like all the dudes came together, you know, the Mongo dudes came together and looked out for him. You know, that was great, man. So seeing stuff like that and knowing that we can do stuff like that that makes a difference in people's lives in a positive way, because, you know, we've made differences in negative ways, of course. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's not always a good thing, man. But yeah, Johnny's doing a good thing, man, and it's good. It's cool, man. That's why I wanted to come, you know? Came through on these days, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff,
Appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Everybody give it up for Ricky Droops, baby. I mean, straight up, dog.
We got to get him on here for sure.
No, bro. You know what I want to do, dog? I don't want to. You know what? Check it out, dog. I don't want to interview him. I want you to interview him.
Really?
Yeah, I want you to interview him, bro.
For sure, bro.
Yeah,
I'm down.
because if I interviewed him, bro, it would be good, bro. But honestly, dog, I want you to interview him.
Okay.
This dude right here, dog. Man, bro. This dude has got. There's dudes in the streets, bro, that have a God-given power, bro, to make certain moves and create certain things in life. And this dude is one of the dudes. Anything he ever puts his hands on, bro, you know what I mean? Which a lot of it has been negative, bro. You know what I mean? But he's created masterpieces out of, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude was rich, bro, before the feds hit him, bro.
Yeah.
This dude is, when we were all smoking crack cocaine, yeah, he was smoking crack with us, but he was the only dude that had draped in gold, bro. Why? Because he was supplying everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, and so, you know what? Instead of me interviewing Rick one day, I think it would be great for you to interview him. Straight up, dog. I'm thinking about that right now. I think you would really, 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 you guys would connect, and you guys would really bring a special moment in this universe. As much as I'd like to get that and fuck with him, because I know him to a certain extent, a certain level, bro. You know what I mean? I know him as far as I can know him, bro. But for an outsider that is so righteous and pure like yourself, brother, honestly, I'm going to be handing off interviews to you, dog, and it's up to you if you want to take them or not.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when you have your podcast on here, bro, you know what I mean? You are in control, and we are all, you know what I mean, at your, you know what I mean, at your beck and call, right? You know what I mean? Like, what we need to do for you, dog.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, what do we need to do for you, Johnny? You know what I mean? Bob, you know what I mean? Frankie's going to be, there's going to be a lot of times that Frankie's going to be right here by himself, taking care of your interviews, you know what I mean? And I really feel like it's going to be amazing. Let's get this phone call right here.
Appreciate that.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Fuck you, Lucky.
I love you too, baby. Talk to Johnny.
Hello?
Oh, that was it. That was it. Get on there, dog.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, bro? Got Preston in the house, the shooter, the real shooter.
Yeah. So, being how you are, you're religious now. Do you ever find yourself like not wanting to go back, but like, are you in the middle of it or anything? Like, are you still like in that mind frame where if something happens, where you still go back to how you used to be?
Yeah, there's times where I'll have that come out of me, you know. It's not like people press me nowadays. A lot of people know who I am, you know, but there's times where like if somebody cuts me off, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, man, if I had you know what I mean? Like, but when I think about it, like if in the Bible, bro, it talks about like your thoughts, that they're only evil, you know? So I don't know if anyone's experienced this, but I used to lay up in my cell and I would have like these crazy thoughts rush in my mind 24/7, bro. Like my body was tired and I wanted to sleep, but my mind was racing. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, you know, but for me, like I thought that those were my thoughts, and later it just made me into like being an angry person. I would get mad and like punch the wall, do crazy stuff like that. But I didn't know that after discovering inside of the Bible that those thoughts didn't come from me. You know what I'm saying? Like my arm, for example, like if I move it forward and I pull it back, then it's my arm. But if it's all moving all crazy and doing whatever it's no longer my arm. You understand? Same thing. When my thoughts come, I should be able to control it. Oh, I'm thinking negative things. Let me stop right now. But the funny thing is when we try to stop it, it keeps coming. So that means it's no longer us. That's not our thoughts. You understand? There's something that's pouring, which I believe is the evil voice, is the evil spirit. It pours into us. So what I do nowadays is I use the analogy of like the elote lady. You guys have a elote lady, right? They're always like mangoes, oranges, right? So when they're saying that, they say mangoes and oranges, you don't just run to them and buy it. You think about it, right? Oh, did I eat mangoes yesterday? Oh man, I missed that with the chamoy and the, all the limes and all that, right? Then we'll go and get it based off of our thinking. But we don't do that with our thoughts. So when thoughts come and it's like, hey man, smoke that food. This heart comes out, right? But I now think about it. Where is this coming from? Let's say I follow that. Let's say I smoke people. Let's say I grab my stuff and I do it. Well, what's going to happen to me? Nowadays, you can't get away from anything. It's not like when we grew up in our time, there was no cameras, there's no ring. We could do whatever we wanted to, honestly. But nowadays, it's like, you don't even need snitches, bro. Like that thing you'll get caught. So I would think about it then. My life will be ruined. My family will be sad. Everyone that's connected to me, hood stocks, everything else will be messed up. So I think deeply nowadays, whereas before, we didn't think about it. We're just like, all right, you guys want to go rob somebody? Hey, let's do it. You guys want to do this? Let's do it. We were just raising our hand, doing everything, So we have to realize that we, just like the mangoes and oranges, it comes to us, but we don't have to accept it. We can choose. We can think. We can be like, all right, do I want it? Do I not? Same thing. If I say, like, if I have a thought that's like Lucky's dad said, I'm lonely, right? How I would have handled it was, am I really lonely? I'll think about it. Oh, I got my family. I got homies. I got hood stocks. I got, I'm living today. Am I really sad? Like I could go and call up anybody. So it's just a thought that's getting you messed up, right? So that's how I deal with it, bro. Of course, I'm a human being. I still have my anger. I still have my frustrations, of course. But I think now, whereas before, I didn't think about it. Once I'm angry, I got to get somebody. That's just how it was, But nowadays we can think deeply about that, and that's the problem with these generations, that they don't think, and that's how we were. We didn't think.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's good. Yeah. I try not to let my emotions get the best of me, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, and I knew he was gonna say something, but But I have kids now. I try to think about everything. Yeah, you can't just go out there and beat up everybody you don't like or anything. Right.
He's a boxer too, bro.
I know. Yeah. So he got hands, bro.
He just light voice, and they don't realize that once time ago he was training to be a boxer, bro.
Dang.
This dude would light your ass up.
Yeah, for sure.
He light my ass up.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this. Yeah.
Just wait.
I'm going for the KO on him. I'm going for that prison knockout, bro.
Right.
But he's this dude. Give this. Honestly, I think out of all my boys, this dude can use the most counseling. And I mean that in the most respectful way and shit. Right. Dog. So give him some insight. Let's talk about that, brother.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I try to seek therapy and everything. Yeah. I try to calm myself down. Yeah. I'm not a religious person. Yeah. That's something that I feel when I'm supposed to be there, I'll get that calling. Yeah. But I haven't got that calling yet.
For sure.
How do you get that calling?
I mean,
that is a good question.
That's a good question.
How do you get that calling?
I think.
How do you know when you really got that calling?
I think that's why they say preach the gospels to the end of the earth. It doesn't say preach to like people who are ready, right? So what I do is I plant seeds, right? That's what we do. We speak to people, and if they're ready, God is the one that's going to water it and reap them. So Preston doesn't have to be ready. I wasn't ready, but somebody came in the prison and just told me.
How did you get into it?
Yeah. So they came into prison and they explained it to me, bro. Like I was a Buddhist back then. So I was like, I don't believe in God. I just thought Jesus was this white guy that they hung on the cross. You know what I mean? Like I didn't care about him. Honestly, that's the real. But when the pastor came in and explained to me, he explained to me that, you know, why I was empty and sad. And I didn't show that. I always showed like that bravado, you know, like, oh, I'm not weak, homie. I'm not scared of nothing. I kept that all the time. I remained solid throughout my whole stretch. But he knew. It was crazy that he said something that other people didn't say. And every religion, like with the Catholics and Christians, and they would condemn me. Hey, bro, you need to stop backsliding. Don't you know that that's wrong? Hey, bro, you got to turn your life and give it up to God. And I was like, Preston, man, I'm not ready for that, bro. I don't even know this religion. Why would I even, you know, give my time and day? But he didn't tell me that. He was like, it's okay that you're backsliding. I was like, what? Are you a Christian, bro? Or, you know, like I thought he was a cult or something, you know? But he showed me the paperwork, the verses, and it was able to free my spirit. Like, man, all this time I thought that I had to take care of my life. Like Preston was mentioning, you know, we got to control ourselves. But when the pastor told me, you can't control yourself, and that's okay. Because you can't control yourself, that's when you're able to let it go. And then there's something else that can lead you better. You understand? And for me, it was the pastors. When I got out of prison, I just went over there and I just volunteered my time. I didn't even like try to do anything. I helped clean the restroom here and there. You know what I mean? But I started to see that my life was growing. Whereas my homies, they were going in and out of prison. Because I didn't want to go to prison. I knew when I got out, I was a little institutionalized. So I was like, you know what? I might end up back there, bro. And I had that emptiness already. Like, damn, I'm gonna only be out for like a few days and I'm gonna go back in. I felt that. But then the funny thing was 1 month went by, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a year went by, and I was like, dang, I'm not back in prison. That's crazy. And I was able to see that, oh, it's because when I'm connected to the group, which is these people that are leading me correctly, I was able to function and live. It's okay that I'm messed up. It's okay that people are weak. It's all good. But like a gang, you know, if you're a buster, it's okay because your homies are gonna come and back you up. They're gonna take the fade. You understand? Like I know Lucky said that last time. Yeah, right. Same thing. I'm not a smart person, but if I'm linked to a smart person, it's all good. You understand? I may not know how to make money, but if I'm linked to someone who does know how to make money, it's all good. Droopy in this predicament, you know. So yeah, that's what changed me, bro.
So let's do it like this, bro. Let's do it like this. Ending this podcast. Where we at? We're at 2 hours in this. Yeah. Okay. Preston, here you go, baby. Love you, doggy. Yeah. I love Preston so much, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my boy right there, dog. He's like a super solid dude, bro.
Respect, man.
Yeah, and he demands respect.
Yeah.
He demands respect, and sometimes he feels like he doesn't get it to a certain level, and it's not what it is.
Yeah.
We love this dude, dog. You know what I mean? Sure. 2022 is gone. 2023 is upon us. For cats that are out there right now, I mean, what advice? I mean, what is the best way? We got New Year's resolutions. Yeah. We have all these. We have all these type of incorporated ideals to move forward into the new year, like that everybody follows, right? Yeah. I mean, for a person like yourself, brother, you know what I mean? And I just want you to give some game, bro. Mm-hmm. But for a person like yourself, how does one enter a new year, bro? Mm-hmm. I mean, does entering a new year, you know what I mean, have anything different from the old year?
Yeah.
You know, what is your take on that, bro, of how the correspondence of entering a new year from the old year, yeah. You know, because there's obviously a significant like ideal of what it is or what it's not, right? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? How do you enter a new year, and how would you advise our audience, the Goonies, hood stocks, to enter a new year?
Yeah. So that's a good question, bro. So how I would advise people to enter a new year is, you guys think about the heart that you guys have, right? Like when you guys are writing, let's say, New Year's resolutions, and I did this in prison.
Some people are opposed to that.
Yeah, some people are opposed to that. But let's say like the ones who do, right? Let's say like even if you don't write New Year's resolutions physically, in your heart, you do want to, gain the new year, things of the new year. It may not be written down. It may not be like your New Year's resolution, but it's your take on what you want to achieve, because everyone wants to live better, bringing in the new year, right? So what I learned was, number one, you can't trust yourself. So I'm gonna say it again. You can't trust yourself.
Why?
Because if you think about it, right? When you trust your heart, people don't realize that your heart is constantly changing, right? When I was in prison, I was writing the New Year's resolutions, for example, and I had 10 of them. And I was like, I'm gonna do 100 burpees or whatever. I had all my little things, and I was super determined when I was writing it. My heart, it felt like, man, I got this new strength, I'm gonna do well this time, bro. I'm gonna read a book. I'm gonna do it. Like, I had all of that. But out of 10, at the end of that year, it was only 3 that I did. 3 out of 10, right? So 7 other things I didn't do. When I thought about it, man, I really trusted this heart. It felt like I was gonna change, right? People go into this new year thinking that we're going to change, we're going to do good, we're going to bring this new year, and they trust that. But later what happens is when they hit a bump, they lose all hope. So what expectations does for us is that it gives no hope to us. Because if we meet the expectation, great. But if we don't meet the expectation, what happens? We lose hope, and we live this up and down lifestyle. So that comes from trusting in ourselves. I told you guys about the root, right? The root of everything is who are you connected to? So if I'm connected to myself, think about it. A person who changes all the time, who has different opinions, who can like my feelings go up and down. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm okay. Sometimes I'm lonely, sometimes I'm not. If I trust this thing that keeps changing, it's the same as trusting a liar. A guy's voice, if he says his word and then he keeps changing it, then that means he's a liar, right? But the funny thing is we trust ourselves. Our hearts keep changing. So what is it that we have to trust? We have to trust something that doesn't change. I don't care about religion. And I'll say that again. I don't care about what religion you are. But show me a doctrine that doesn't change. Something that's solid means that it doesn't change. And that's why I was able to trust the Bible, because it doesn't change. When I looked at the Bible, it showed me that, hey, you're happy. I thought about it. My thoughts tell me I'm not happy right now, right? But the Bible says you're happy. Why? Because Jesus Christ, he died for all of our sins, right? And he didn't fail. And then he washed all of our sins, past, present, and future sins. He made us perfect. So you should be happy. That means if we believe that, we go to heaven. It's not that we do bad and then we go to hell. That's not how it works. You understand? So God is saying that don't trust yourself, because that is what comes, like, that is the root of everything. Like when I trusted myself and I just did what I wanted to do, then I ended up in YA. I ended up in prison. Like I didn't want to go there, but I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. And then I ended up there. And the things I didn't want to do, I didn't do. Why? Because I thought if I didn't do the things I didn't like to do, homework, school, like chores, I thought that would make me sad. But I grew up irresponsible. I lived like a straight, like in filth. You know what I mean? So I say all of that to say very simply that if you trust yourself, like who are you connected to is very important. If I trust myself, then yeah, when I think things are good, I'm gonna be happy. But when I think things are bad, I'm gonna be sad. And that's how I'm gonna live. Vicious cycle, up and down, up and down, up and down. So when I trusted that, when I was connected to God's word, which is like, you're happy, you can do this. I perfected you. I'm with you. That's when I was able to say, okay, cool. God is making the way perfect for me. I can't do it. I can't handle this problem. I can't get over my addiction to meth and to coke. But is that a problem for God? Not so. So that's when I'm able to have faith and hope inside of God rather than me. I accepted, okay, yeah, I was a drug addict. I was a gang member. Cool. But all the things I don't have, God is going to provide for me. And I literally just lived like that by going to church, by following the pastor, and things started like, we got linked up by by Hoodstocks. Like, how did any of this happen? I believe, yeah, God uses people, but God is actually the one who's behind everything. Like this podcast is not my podcast. It's not even Lucky's podcast. It's God's podcast. You understand? Whatever he allows to happen, if he doesn't give me or him the breath to wake up in the morning, we can't run a podcast. So everything comes to the connection of God. If you connect to the...
Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. You know what I mean? And you know what? A lot of cats we like not happy with this, dog. But honestly, bro, like as far as we go with this message, dog, as far as I understand the purpose, right? You gotta be a fucking fool, dog. I gotta be a fucking fool, dog. Excuse my language, but I gotta be a straight fool when I have powerful individuals like this with testimonies like this and messages like this to disregard this. Yeah. Like, bro, I mean, like, how, you know, huh? Who, you know what I mean? Like, just like real shit, like, just like, how deep are we in our narcissistic mind state, right?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's just like I'm always searching for purpose, Johnny.
Yeah.
With this podcast, I'm always searching for purpose. I'm always seeking for guidance.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not seeking for guidance from anybody in this room. Hold on. I'm not seeking for guidance in this room. Like I'm always forever seeking for guidance for in my personal life.
Yeah.
You know, and when I have cats like you that speak the gospel, that speak the truth, right, or give a light. Right, if you would like to believe that it's the truth or not, it's on you to take from this, you know, the fruits of the conversation, the fruits of the tree.
For sure.
You know, what do I want in life? I want peace. I want productivity within my family. You know, what do I want? I want to be a better human being.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're not forever seeking to be a better human being, then you're not on the right path, right?
Yeah.
You know, but life is very complicated. Right?
Sure.
It's really complicated, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And it's been very complicated for myself.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a complicated dude that has complicated structures in life, you know? But when we have the street, what is the podcast?
Street Lamp Podcast.
What is our direction with that?
So it's just, you know, sharing like testimonies and talking to people who went through it, kind of like with a similar background to me, shedding light on that. But it's also talking about like there's times where I'm not gonna have a guest on, and it will just be me, and just kind of dropping knowledge and gems on like talking about the root issues that cause us depression and problems like that. You know, we all have it. We all go through it in some way, shape, or form. And my goal with the podcast is to essentially help people overcome those things and live a better life, because people want a better world and they want a better environment, but they don't want to work with people. They don't want to take the stand and help others. You know what I mean? They just sitting there judging. So I want to be that person who sheds light on that, and I really want to help people overcome, because I know that pain. I understand how it feels to be empty. I understand like the misery of not having good role models in my life and just being like a knucklehead. But even though I'm a gang member, that relates to a lot of other people who aren't gang members. Everyone goes through sadness. Everyone goes through depression and void and emptiness. So, you know, that's I'm just here to really help and shed light on things like that. And even if just one person feels happier and better, like for me, that's a plus, bro.
Absolutely, dog. Everybody give it for Johnny Chang, baby. We are out of here, dog. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We are out of here, and stay tuned for 2020.